Today, we're not just looking at news, we're really trying to analyze strategy here.
Mm.
Our focus is squarely on the public communication of Lee Minho, specifically how he's, positioning his brand for 2026.
Right, and this is all based on those very recent announcements, the ones from around November 8th, 2025.
Exactly. We've got this fresh stack of material, and the goal is really to cut straight to the core of his messaging system, understand how it works for you.
That's right. And the centerpiece, really, of this whole communication push is the upcoming release of his official 2026 season's greetings.
Ah, yes, the Minyo's Day Off package.
Precisely. And for someone like Lee Minho, these packages, they aren't just calendars and, trinkets.
No, definitely not.
They really set the strategic tone for the whole upcoming year. And the sources give us pretty clear snapshot of that tone.
And that tone seems to be leaning heavily towards, what? Intimacy? Authenticity?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Intimacy and authenticity seem to be the key words here.
Okay, so let's unpack that theme first. Minho's Day Off. That title alone, it immediately suggests a bit of a pivot, doesn't it?
It really does.
For listeners maybe less familiar with the K entertainment world, season's greetings packages are usually these high-quality themed collections, lots of merchandise.
Right, annual things.
And historically, you might expect, I don't know, high-concept glamour or these really dramatic, almost cinematic visuals.
And that's what's fascinating here, the deliberate contrast. That title, Minyo's Day Off, combined with the previews we've actually seen, it signals a conscious move away from that, high-gloss, larger-than-life celebrity image.
So more relatable, more warm.
Exactly. It suggests a brand refresh, aiming for relatability, warmth. The previews seem to offer fans this intimate glimpse, as the source material puts it, into his downtime.
Kind of blurring the line between the global star and, well, the person.
Spot on. Blurring that line.
Okay, so that strategic theme, the shift towards relatability, that must then dictate the distribution strategy too, right?
Yeah.
Because if you're selling intimacy, you need to deliver it carefully. Across multiple platforms, maybe, but they need to be managed.
Precisely. The sources are quite clear that to get maximum reach with this new kind of softer theme, the distribution for these previews was intentionally wide.
Okay, so not just one place.
No. Shared across various official fan pages, social media channels, the whole network.
Right.
They wanted to ensure that whether you're like a casual follower or a really dedicated fan club member, you got that initial hit, that same core message about the day off concept.
Which brings up a really important question, I think, for anyone trying to follow his official activities.
Yeah.
In this world that's just saturated with fan accounts, unofficial news, aggregators, how does he actually manage the flow? Where do the official, the reliable, the, truly personal messages actually live?
Well, the sources define a pretty clear two-pronged approach,
Yeah.
a two-channel system, basically.
Okay, let's break that down. What's the first prong?
The first, and probably the most visible channel, is his official Instagram account. That's at Actor Lee Minho.
Right, at Actor Lee Minho.
Yeah. This is the main public-facing platform. It's used for regular updates, professional photos, videos, sure.
The usual stuff.
The usual stuff, but also, crucially, frequent glimpses into his daily life,
Yeah.
which feeds right back into that desire for authenticity set up by the day off theme.
So Instagram is like the high-traffic gateway, the front porch, maybe.
Kind of, yeah. It handles the broad visibility.
But I wonder, doesn't splitting off the most personal messages, putting them somewhere else, doesn't that risk alienating, the huge majority of his global fans who just follow him on Instagram?
That's a great question. Why create that hurdle?
Yeah.
But that layering seems highly intentional. It looks like a strategy built on access segmentation.
Segmentation, okay.
So while Instagram gets the broad visibility, the second crucial channel is where the value is created for the core, really dedicated audience.
Yeah, and that is?
That's the official fan club, known as MeOOZ.
Why is that?
Right. And this is where the truly detailed messages, the exclusive content, that's where it's posted, for members only.
Okay, so we need to clarify that second channel for you, the listener, especially if you're not a fan club member. What exactly is Minoz, and what's this MineLog thing?
So think of Minoz as the official membership-based community. It's
Right.
a private environment.
Got it. Paid membership, presumably.
Usually, yes. And within that private space, The main hub for those really personal messages is a dedicated message board. It's known as Minelog.
MLOG.
Pong.
Yep, Minoz. You can sort of think of it like a private diary, maybe, or an exclusive town square just for Minoz members, totally separate from the public social media feed.
So if Instagram is the window.
Then Minelog is the living room.
Yeah.
It's the destination for the most exclusive stuff, the content that doesn't get broadcasted widely.
I find that strategic difference really fascinating because it dictates the type of communication, doesn't it?
Instagram gets the broad visual day off theme. Everyone sees that. But the Minoz Mlog gets the highly personal direct messages.
Right. And that system ensures that the investment a fan makes, time, money, whatever, in becoming a Minoz member feels rewarded.
Rewarded with content that's genuinely scarce. Personalized, even.
Exactly. And it connects directly back to that whole idea of brand maintenance through a specific tone.
Okay, let's talk about tone.
If you look at the communication style he consistently uses, particularly the messages shared even on public channels like Instagram, they reinforce trust and gratitude.
Yeah, the sources actually gave us a specific example caption he used recently on Instagram, just to give you a taste of that consistent tone.
Oh, yeah. What was it?
It was, "Thanks to you, my heart is filled again today. Always thankful and grateful."
Ah, okay. See.
And that's not just some generic sign-off, is it? That kind of high level of appreciative language feels central to maintaining his global brand image.
Totally. It fosters deep loyalty, and it helps justify that tiered access model we were just talking about.
Yeah, that quote is actually strategically quite powerful. It does several things at once.
Like what?
Well, first, it anchors that whole day off theme with some genuine sounding emotion, right? What makes those private glimpses feel earned, mutual.
Okay, makes sense.
Second, it demonstrates this consistently humble, thankful persona, which is, incredibly valued, especially in the K-drama space.
Right, staying grounded.
Exactly. It shows the celebrity is still connected to the source of their success, the fans, even while promoting something exclusive like the greetings package.
So let's bring it back to you, the listener. What does this all mean if you want the most authoritative, the most up-to-the-minute content from Lee Minho?
Well, the advice distilled from these sources is pretty precise. You really have to understand the role of both channels.
Okay.
The current strategy basically dictates that if you're seeking the most public greetings, the broad professional updates, look to the official Instagram page. That's at actor Lee Minho. Instagram for the broad strokes.
Right. However, for the most detailed, exclusive personal messages, the stuff that goes beyond just the visual previews, the true depth kind of promised by that day off concept, the official Minoz fan club website, and specifically those Minlog message boards. That's the only game in town.
So those two channels, working together but serving different levels of engagement, those are the designated primary sources.
That's the system, yeah. Operating in tandem.
Okay, so let's recap. We've mapped out that Lee Minho's public updates right now center on releasing the 2026 season's greetings.
Built around that intimate Minyo's Day Off theme.
Right. And the core knowledge takeaway for you is really distinguishing between the broad, regular public access you get on Instagram and the exclusive, detailed, highly personal messages that are reserved only for Minoz members on those Minlog boards.
And understanding that dual system really is the shortcut to grasping his strategy. Well, knowing the specific handle at actor Lee Minho and the specific platform MIOZM log allows you to track not just what he's announcing, but who he intends to reach with that specific piece of content. It helps ensure your knowledge is, accurate and properly contextualized.
Right. It's about understanding the why behind the where.
Exactly.
So we've pretty much established the primary communication strategy here, blending that essential broad social media access with deep, exclusive engagement via the dedicated fan club platform.
It's quite a sophisticated approach, actually, designed to manage massive scale while still retaining that raises an interesting question, I think, for you to sort of mull over as you see this strategy play out, maybe not just with him, but globally.
Okay, leave us with a final thought.
Well, if the goal is to promote this theme of relatability, of authenticity, Minyo's Day Off, yet the most authentic, the most detailed communication is gated behind a membership system on the Mlog, what's the trade-off there? Does the perceived value of that exclusivity, that scarcity, actually outweigh the potential, let's say, message dilution that comes from restricting access to the most personal stuff?
Interesting point. Does baiting the real stuff undermine the relatable message for the wider audience?
It kind of suggests that the very definition of personal communication, in this context anyway, is now sort of inextricably linked to the commercial value of tiered access. Something to definitely think about as you navigate global celebrity communications.